Crown Jewel 2025 was awesome. Let's talk about it. To a brand new video, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Main Event Talk. And that is right, guys, this is the Main Event Talk episode for WWE Crown Jewel 2025, and my god, what a show it was. At the time of recording this video, it was 2 days ago, and I did wake up at 8 in the morning my time to watch this PLE, and my god, they definitely knocked it out of the park. It was definitely worth the wake up, the early morning wake up, because dude, what a show this was. This was an incredible show, and obviously a lot of people were upset about the other past two PLEs that we had, obviously being Clash in Paris and WrestlePalooza. We had our expectations very high for those two shows, and then obviously didn't deliver as well as this pay-per-view or PLE, whatever you want to call it. This show was incredible, and definitely the best PLE we've had since SummerSlam. And if you guys have not seen any of the other Main Event Talk episodes we've done here on the channel, basically what I do is I take 3 to 2 matches that happened on the show, and I put them into a WWE action figure setup. You should do like 5 setups for each match, and I talk about them briefly. So we have 3, sorry, we usually have 2, but this time we have 3 matches that we're going to be talking about. The 3 matches are obviously the main event match between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins for the WWE Men's Crown Jewel Championship. We have the Australian street fight between Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed, and the what I think was match of the night, the incredible AJ Styles versus John Cena match, one final time. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about those matches in order of when they happen. So it'll be the Samoan street fight, then AJ versus Cena, and then we will end off the video by talking about Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. But yeah, guys, this was an incredible show, and so yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna stop yapping so we can get into the first setup. Alright guys, so like I said in the beginning of the video, we will be starting off with talking about the Australian street fight between the Tribal Thief and the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed, and I thought this was an awesome match. All 3 of these matches that we're going to be talking about in this Main Event Talk episode were all absolute banger matches. So yeah, so this match was really cool. Just, you know, a street fight. We've been getting a lot of street fights this year. I mean, we got the one with Cody and Cena at SummerSlam, Damian and Drew at WrestleMania, and we got this one at Crown Jewel. Yeah, they've all been very, very good, especially this one. This was a very good street fight. Obviously, Australian street fight, and apparently, I mean, the way that Paul Heyman made it out to be last Monday on Raw, he said the reason why Bronson Reed got brought to the WWE, the reason he got signed is because he was a specialist in this match, apparently, and he's undefeated, and apparently now he is still undefeated, but we'll get to that later on. And yeah, so this first setup here, I just have Roman Reigns hitting Bronson Reed with a kendo stick, with Paul Heyman being very scared. And also, we had some fun moments where Roman Reigns had a cricket bat, and then I believe they just called it a cricket ball. I don't know. Not too familiar with the Australian sport, but he had the cricket bat, and then he kept throwing the ball at Paul Heyman. It was pretty funny. But yeah, very fun match, and yeah, so he kept hitting him with weapons, kept hitting him with kendo sticks and such. And then towards the end of the match, we had Braun Breaker coming out and spearing Roman Reigns. We knew the shenanigans were going to happen eventually, so you could see, got Braun Breaker, he jumped over the barricade and annihilated Roman Reigns with a spear, cut him in half. But then we saw Roman Reigns' cousins, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, come down to stop Braun Breaker and even up the odds a little bit. So yeah, they came out, they tried to help out Roman Reigns, even though on Raw, Roman told them to stay out of his business and let him do it on his own. But I don't know, still some drama between the bloodline there. So yeah, they came out to support the Big Oos. Roman Reigns kept taking out Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, and then they got taken out by Braun Breaker, especially Jimmy Uso, who got speared through the barricade. I should have set that up, actually. Actually, you know what? We're going to add a last-minute setup really quick. Alright, there we go. There's the last minute setup with Braun Breaker spearing Big Jim through the barricade, and that is what he did. But Jey Uso was still lurking in the back, and he was trying to help Roman once again. And at the end of the match, this is what cost Roman Reigns his match, and technically he was right. He told them not to come out there and help him, and exactly what he thought was going to happen happened. And Jey Uso, so basically Bronson Reed was about to give Roman a Death Valley driver through a table that was in the corner, and then Roman wait, I don't know what happened, but either way, I know Roman and Bronson Reed were fighting, and then Roman moved, I'm getting all off track here. Bronson Reed moved out of the way, and Roman Reigns got nailed with a spear through the table from his own cousin, main event Jey Uso, and then it was all downhill from there, because then Bronson Reed went up to the top rope, and he nailed Roman Reigns with a tsunami, and pinned him 1, 2, 3, and yeah, that was crazy, dude. I'm trying to think, the last time that Roman Reigns got pinned in a singles match was against Cody Rhodes in Bloodline Rules WrestleMania. As long as I can remember, because he's only had like a couple singles matches. I know he fought Solo. Oh my God, that almost fell. He fought Solo at the first Raw of the year, and then he fought Bronson Reed at Clash of Paris, and then here. So yeah, this is his first singles loss, being pinned since WrestleMania 40. And that's insane. That's a huge stepping point for Bronson Reed, and I am so happy he won. He needed to win this match. And then at the end of the match, after they left, you could see, I kind of got it set up back here. You could kind of see it a little bit, just right back there. Roman was, they were all disappointed in the ring, the Usos and Roman, and then he was arguing with them. He was telling them, I told you not to come out here. Now, nobody thinks I can win anything on my own. And then he walked out on him, and then Jey got mad at Jimmy, walked out at him, and we got some drama going on with the Bloodline now. I don't know what the War Games match is going to be, especially now that what happened earlier on Raw, because I'm filming this on Monday, and for me, Raw happened at 8 in the morning, and Braun Breaker turned on Seth Rollins and Austin Bronson Reed. But I don't know what they're going to do for War Games now. That really has nothing to do with this match. Overall, this was a very good match, but I just a side note, I have no idea what's going to go on with War Games now. Now that Bronson and Braun are on their own, Seth's injured apparently. Punk has to fight Seth for the world title. I'm assuming at Saturday night's main event. There's drama in the Bloodline. I don't know where LA Knight stands in all this. Brock Lesnar's probably going to be with the Bronze. I have no idea what's going to happen with War Games, but either way, this Australian street fight was awesome. Alright, and now we move on to the fourth match of John Cena versus AJ Styles. They had their match at Money in the Bank 2016, SummerSlam 2016, Royal Rumble 2017, and we got their fourth match in their careers at Crown Jewel 2025. And dude, what a match this was. Obviously, all three of their other matches, their trilogy that they had back in the 2010s was obviously iconic, but this match was insane. They literally pulled out every single iconic finisher that you can think of, dude. They were pulling out like everything, literally everything they pulled out in this match, and it was just an insane match. It was great. Obviously, I could see set up here with Cena about to hit AJ with an AA right there. But yeah, this match was so sick, and it was so cool to see AJ versus Cena. That was the match that we were all thinking of. We were like, come on, we gotta see AJ versus Cena before this retirement tour ends. And I'm happy that we got to see it, and I'm happy there was no interferences or anything like that. It was just a clean, it was solid, like 25-minute match. And yeah, this match was absolutely insanely good. This match was great. And like I was saying, they were pulling out literally everything in this match. And then I got another setup here where there was also a very close finish, false finish here. You can see AJ Styles hitting a phenomenal forearm with John Cena. All these are false finishes, dude. They were doing Roman Reigns type kickouts. They were phenomenal forearms, attitude adjustments, styles clashes, back and forth throughout the entire match. There were so many near falls. And then also, like I was saying, throughout the entire match, they were hitting literally every move that they could think of. Sweet chin musics, everything like that. And then also, we got an RKO, a vintage Randy Orton draping DDT. It was nuts. And then here you can see we had a Sister Abigail. And all of you who've been watching the channel for a while know that Bray Wyatt is my favorite wrestler of all time. This was so wholesome to see. Hit him with the Sister Abigail. The Fireflies were out in where were they? Perth. And it was so cool. This crowd was electric, by the way. It was awesome. That really went right to the heart. And then at the end of the match, literally John Cena pulled out a tombstone pile driver and then got him up for another attitude adjustment. And John Cena, he claimed his 100th PLE victory in his career, rightfully deserved, to the never seen 17. But what a match! And then after the match, they shook hands. He raised AJ's hand, and also, I forgot to mention, AJ pulled out with the TNA trunks, and it was kind of weird to see AJ with trunks, but it was awesome, dude. That was so cool to see. And if he came out to get ready to fly, that would have been insane, but still, it was awesome to see him in the TNA gear for this match against Cena, and this match was just really cool, dude. And also, before the match, they had an incredible introduction. AJ had his own introduction, Cena had his own introduction. Either way, this match was incredible, dude. It was so good. Alright, now we're moving on to talking about the main event for the Crown Jewel Championship between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, and what a match this was. Why my camera is tweaking right now? Here, wait, there we go. That's good. Never mind. Sorry about that. But yeah, dude, this match was awesome. I mean, every match on this card was great. I mean, even the tag match between Rhea and Io versus Kabuki Warriors, Tiffany versus Stephanie was great, but these three matches especially were great. Like I said, an incredible show. These three matches were insane, and then this match was awesome as well. This was like a 35-minute match, 35-minute banger. I don't think these two have ever put on a bad match. Obviously, their match WrestleMania 38, WrestleMania Backlash, and Hell in a Cell 2022, and then this match, they never disappoint, and they did not disappoint during this match. They were just fast-paced the entire time. Like I said, I believe Seth Rollins got injured during this match, and I can't believe anything after what happened at SummerSlam. No, but I think this might have been really legit, because that Braun Breaker heel turn came out of nowhere. I mean, I don't think it was needed at that point, but so I think, and also there were rumors like flying around that he did get injured. Hope he comes back soon. I don't know where they're going with that, but either way, he showed out during this match, even if he did get injured. Props to Seth Rollins for finishing the match and having an instant classic with the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. Like I said, this was a very, very good match. They were pulling out all stops here. And also in the beginning of the match, Seth Rollins went up to Wade Barrett and Michael Cole, and were like pushing them around. I didn't make a setup for it, but I just kind of remembered that happened. He was pushing around Michael Cole. I don't know what was wrong with Seth. But then, it was actually towards the middle of the match. They didn't incorporate into the match until the finish. But Seth grabbed the watch from WrestleMania 40 that Cody gave him, and he brought it into the corner, but he hesitated, didn't want to use it. Cody gave him a crossroads. I thought it was going to be it. It was a 2.99 kick out, and then it went up to the top rope, and Cody hit a super top rope crossroads, sorry. And look at this setup. I've had to remake that setup about 5 times, but I finally got it to stay. You can see I'm using the 2 magical pieces, like the floating little things right there, and he gave him an incredible super crossroads off the top rope. That was probably the highlight of the match for me. And Seth did another flip, another twist after the twist that Cody gave him midair. It was awesome, and I'm scared that might have been the place where he injured himself. Not sure how he got injured, but like I said, hope he's not too injured. But yeah, that spot was nuts. And then we got towards the ending of the match where Seth Rollins, he grabbed the watch and he did what he had to do. He never said he wanted to win clean. He just said he needed to beat Cody Rhodes, and he grabbed the watch from the corner, and he hit Cody Rhodes in the head with it because they bumped into the ref, and he was about to go for the crossroads, nailed him with the watch right to his forehead, and then he got him with a stomp, and then went over to the corner and proceeded to give him, oh my god, sorry, too zoomed out, he proceeded to give him a super stomp from the top rope, cover, 1, 2, 3, and Seth Rollins is your new WWE 2025 Crown Jewel World Heavyweight Champion. And then at the end of the match, Triple H came out and raised Seth Rollins' hand in victory. And he also cut a promo after that. He was like, his classic promo. I am the visionary, I am the revolutionary, and I am the undisputed best out of anybody in the WWE. And, Seth Rollins is great. Happy he won. I'm so happy he won. He needed that win. And I thought he needed that win to look dominant going into War Games, but now I don't know what War Games is going to be, so now I don't even know what the point was of Seth winning. Obviously, he was probably supposed to be in War Games, that's why he was supposed to win, but either way, I'm happy Seth won, I'm happy Cody didn't win Crown Jewel title 2 years in a row. I think that'd be a little unnecessary, but I'm happy that Seth won, and I'm happy that they showed out and put on an incredible match. But guys, that's going to do it for the Main Event Talk episode for WWE Crown Jewel 2025. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you guys so much for getting me to 610 subscribers. We're on the road to 620 subscribers, so definitely go subscribe because we put out banger content, banger videos here on the channel. Definitely go subscribe, and it's not me missed out if you're not subscribed already. It's obviously you missed out if you're not subscribed already. So you already know you got to go subscribe because we got some banger content coming out towards the end of the month. I'm not going to say anything because there's going to be a video coming out very soon, possibly this week. I'm not too sure. That's going to be announcing a, let's just say a very, very big match. That'll be an action figure match. That'll be coming up very soon. That's all I'm going to say. But if you have been a subscriber for a year now, since last October, then you might know what's to come later this month. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. I believe it'll come out later this week. If not later this week, then probably next week. But yeah, definitely stay tuned. We got some bangers coming out soon. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts on Crown Jewel 2025 in the comments. I thought it was an incredible show. Like I said, I said that about 5 times in this video already, but it really was. This show was great. I think that it was perfectly booked. I think all the right winners won. Bronson definitely should have won. Seth should have won. And I'm happy that John got his 100th PLE win. I don't think AJ needed to win. But either way, guys, hope you all enjoyed. And that's pretty much it. And guys, you already know the drill. I am Frankie's Finger Life, and I'm signing out. Peace!